Hi, welcome back to our channel. If you're here to improve your English, speak more confidently, and connect with people around the world, you're in the right place. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. We share real stories, practical tips, and motivation to help you speak English fluently and fearlessly. Now, let me ask you a simple question. Is your English good enough to talk to anyone? Really think about it. Is it? If you're like me, or like most people learning English, you've probably had that moment where you want to speak, but your mind starts racing. You think, is my grammar correct? What if I say something wrong? Will they understand me? Will they laugh at me? I've been there many times. Sometimes we focus so much on what we can't say that we forget how much we can say. You might not be able to give a full presentation in English yet, but maybe you can introduce yourself. Maybe you can ask someone about their day. Maybe you can order food, ask for directions, or share a simple opinion. That's communication, and that's powerful. Don't wait to be perfect before you speak. Start with what you have, and you'll grow from there. And remember, your accent is not a problem. It's part of your identity. It tells a story about where you come from. Every English speaker has an accent, even native speakers. What matters is clarity, not perfection. People don't connect with accents, they connect with confidence, kindness, and courage. So speak with your voice, speak with your heart, your English, your way. That's what makes it special. Let me take you back to a moment I still remember clearly. I was sitting in a cafe and two tourists walked in. They were looking around, confused, trying to read the menu. One of them turned to me and said, "Excuse me, can you tell us what this dish is?" My heart started beating fast. I knew what the dish was. I knew exactly how to explain it. But instead of speaking, I just smiled awkwardly and pointed at the counter. They said thanks and moved on. That moment haunted me for days. Why? Because I could have spoken, but I didn't. It wasn't that I didn't know English, it was that I didn't believe my English was good enough to speak to strangers, to anyone. So let me tell you something very important right now. You don't need perfect English to talk to people. You need practical English. You need confidence, and you need the courage to try. I've spoken with people whose English was full of grammar mistakes, but their message was clear and powerful. I've also seen learners who know all the grammar rules, but freeze when they have to say even a single sentence. So let's stop asking, is my English perfect? And let's start asking, can I connect with someone using the English I have? You'd be surprised how far your current level can take you if you just use it. I remember another time when I met someone from a different country. We were in a workshop and we had to do a group activity. At first, I hesitated. I thought, what if they speak too fast? What if I don't understand them? But guess what happened? I started with just a few simple words. "Hi, I'm learning English. Can I join your group?" They smiled and said, "Of course." And we ended up talking for hours. Were there mistakes? Yes. Were there awkward pauses? Absolutely. But did we connect? 100%. That's when I truly learned something. Fluency is not about perfection, it's about connection. You don't need to use big words. You just need to use the right words. The real everyday ones that help you talk about your day, your thoughts, your questions, your feelings. Think about a child who's learning their first language. Do they speak perfectly? Of course not, but they speak. They ask questions, they make mistakes, and that's how they grow. So if you ever feel like your English isn't good enough to speak to someone, remember this. If you can say hello, if you can say, how are you? If you can say, can you help me? Then you can talk to people. I used to believe that I needed to study for years before I could have real conversations, that I had to memorize thousands of words, master tenses, understand phrasal verbs, idioms, slang. And don't get me wrong, those things are useful, but they are not requirements to start speaking. What helped me the most was speaking with what I knew. I stopped waiting. I started talking to my friends in English. I joined online groups. I commented on videos in English. I even recorded myself talking about my day. At first, I was embarrassed. I didn't like how I sounded. I made mistakes. I paused a lot, but I kept going, and slowly I got better. One of the biggest turning points was when I joined a language exchange app. I started chatting with people from all over the world. Some were native speakers, some were learners like me. One day, I was talking to a woman from Canada. I told her I was nervous because my English wasn't good enough. She laughed and said, "What are you talking about? We've been chatting for 30 minutes." That made me realize something else. People are not judging you as much as you think. Most people are kind. Most people want to understand you. And if your message is clear, they will. Let me tell you about another friend of mine, Raj. He was always afraid to speak English because of his accent. He thought people would laugh. He avoided speaking even though he understood everything. One day, I encouraged him to join a group discussion. He finally spoke up, and his points were amazing. Everyone listened. No one cared about the accent. They cared about the message. Now Raj leads group discussions every week. If he can do it, you can too. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you spoke English out loud to someone? If it's been a while, make today the day you start again, even if it's just one sentence, even if it's just to yourself in the mirror. And if you're worried that your vocabulary isn't big enough, here's something important. Most conversations use a very small group of words. You don't need 10,000 words to talk about your favorite movie, your weekend, your work, or your family. You need around 1,000 core words and the confidence to use them. Start with small topics. Today I woke up at 7 a.m. I had toast and tea. I went to work. That's it. Then build on it. Add details. Today I woke up at 7 a.m. because I had a meeting. I had toast and tea for breakfast, then caught the bus to work. Keep building. That's how fluency grows. Also, don't forget this, listening helps you speak better. The more you listen to real English, the more natural your own speech will become. Watch videos, listen to podcasts, not just for fun, but with focus. I started shadowing. That means listening to a sentence and repeating it immediately after. It helped me sound more natural. Try it. Pick your favorite video, play one sentence, pause, and repeat. It's like training your mouth to run smoothly, just like an athlete trains their body. And let's talk about fear for a second, because I know it's real. The fear of embarrassment, the fear of being corrected, the fear of sounding foolish. But here's what I learned. The fear doesn't go away by avoiding it. It goes away by facing it. I used to avoid English phone calls. I'd panic every time I heard the phone ring. Now, I look forward to them, but that didn't happen overnight. It happened because I picked up the phone even when I was scared. If you wait for fear to disappear before you start speaking, you'll wait forever. You have to speak through the fear. It's like jumping into cold water. The first few seconds are uncomfortable, but soon you start swimming. So if you're still wondering, is my English good enough to talk to anyone? Let me tell you, yes, it is. Yes, right now, not tomorrow, not next year, today. If you can express yourself, if you can ask for help, if you can describe your thoughts, then you can talk to anyone. And if you keep practicing little by little, day by day, your confidence will grow. Your words will come more naturally. Your fear will fade. It's not about having perfect English. It's about having brave English, English that you're not afraid to use. So here's my challenge for you. Today, speak English to one person. It can be a friend, a stranger, or even a message to someone online. Just one person. And tomorrow, do it again. Keep doing it because your English is already good enough. You just have to use it. So the next time you hesitate, the next time you think, is my English good enough to join this conversation? Take a deep breath and remind yourself, yes, it is. You've come this far. You've studied, practiced, struggled, and kept going. That means something. That effort is your strength. No one becomes fluent overnight. Every confident speaker you see today was once a beginner who felt unsure, just like you, but they kept going, and so can you. Also, never underestimate the impact your voice can have. Maybe your words will inspire someone. Maybe your question will start a meaningful conversation. Maybe your simple hello will make someone feel seen. English is not just a language, it's a bridge to new friendships, new opportunities, new dreams, and you are already walking on that bridge. Every step you take matters. Before you go, let me say this. If this video gave you the motivation you needed, please give it a like, share it with your friends who are also learning English, and leave a comment below telling me what step you will take today to use your English more confidently. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We're building a community of learners who support each other, share their progress, and grow together. You are not alone on this journey. I'm here. We're all here, and we believe in you. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, your fluency is waiting. You just have to take the next step.